What's up, beautiful people? In this video, I will be planting some beans in the in-ground garden, the first thing to be grown. I'm also excited, and you should be too. Let's go! What's up, beautiful people, and welcome to another episode of Don't Keep Up With the Joneses. 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 What's up, beautiful people? It's me, Ricky Jones Jr., back again for another video. And like I said, we'll be planting some beans in the front, or excuse me, I don't have a front yard garden anymore. I have a backyard garden, and I have some beans that we'll be planting in the garden, which I'm also excited about. And I will be doing it in the ground, which I have set it up to be a square-foot garden, which is why the poles are here, the marigolds are here. I did a video on that. If you missed it, please go check it out. And so let's go ahead and get to growing. Now, if you are new to the channel, if you would, click that thumbs up button, because it helps to get this video out to more people. But then also click that subscribe button, because we are on a mission to get to 50,000 subscribers, okay? And so I believe the garden community can do it. There's others that doubt it, but I'm saying we can do it. So please click that subscribe button, and then share it with a friend and do the same. So let's go ahead and get into it, y'all. Alright, so if you were on the video where I set up the square foot garden, you all know what these poles are all about. But nonetheless, that is what they are. Boom. Essentially, boom. Okay, and so there's a foot in between each one of those marks, right? So there's a foot there, a foot there, a foot there, in which I can grow a luscious garden in between. And so for those that have not seen a square foot garden before, I'm going to use the yarn just to show this row. I'm gonna do 2 sections of beans here, but nonetheless, I'm gonna do the string so that you can see what it looks like with it all square footed out, and so you just don't, see what you see and like, what in the world does he have going on? So let's string it up, and then we're going to plant some beans, y'all. All right, and so I'm excited already. So here we go. I have a 1, 2, 3 rows that I can grow in. As you can see, 1, 2, 3, and here I can grow things. Okay, now there's this huge rock right here that I'm gonna have to figure out how to get out. Don't worry about that. But in the meantime, in between time, there are the poles there, which I didn't even think about how I was gonna connect these going the long way. But nonetheless, it's all good. We'll work it out. And so in the meantime, in between time, I'll be able to look to see, okay, in this box, I can actually plant 9 beans in a square area, okay? Let me just show you all what a square area looks like. All right, and so just like this, now I have, as you can see now, 1, 2, 3 boxes, which is a square foot. It's a foot that way, a foot that way, so square foot, okay? And so within each box, I can actually plant 9 bean plants, okay? And so ultimately, this is pretty cool because, which, man, I may just go ahead and string some more up, because it actually looks amazing strung up, which probably the ends are the only ones that I could do this with, being that the other ones are in the center. I'll just be able to do it a long way, and I might be able to do it the other way as well. Oh, man, you all push me to be great. What's funny is I thought I was just going to be able to come out and plant some beans, but now you're just pushing me, you all. I'm telling you, it's oh so cool how you all just watching where you're watching, when you're watching, whenever you're watching, is pushing me to be a better gardener, a better person, and just take the next step, okay? So I'm going to just go ahead and string along so that it'll be a clear, concise, laid out area of what I am gardening and growing in, so that if you are, and when you are giving this a try, you'll be able to know what to do, how to do it, and what it'll look like when you have it complete, okay? So let me go ahead and do the rest. Now that I have things all laid out as it will grow in the garden, I'm gonna go ahead and take some beans in hand, which I do have some bush beans. They are tender greens that I'll be planting. And like I said, you can do 9 per square foot, but I am not gonna do that many, largely because we don't eat that many beans. And I don't know anybody that I can give them to as well. And so just putting a fingers deep hole down in the ground, I'm gonna put 1 seed per hole because I will be doing so many. And as I've already discussed, I'm not going to eat them all. And so I will skip a box because I am preparing, as you should be preparing, for your fall garden. And so I'm going to actually grow some collard greens and kale in the boxes in between where the beans are growing, okay? And so that's another fun thing about gardening. It allows you to plan ahead, to do things cohesively together, but then also do things in a way that you're always preparing for what's to come, okay? That's for those that don't like planning. You may want to think about that if you want to start a garden, because planning is a large part of what you're doing throughout the gardening season, as well as the process itself. And so yeah, that's what I have to say about that. Keep that in mind. You're gonna have to be doing some planning, okay? Planning and preparation are fundamental and key to your garden success, okay? So making sure I skip each and every box, pulling out weeds where there are weeds. You don't want that messing anything up that you have growing. I need a strong stick. My finger's not gonna do. It's pretty cool because the ground looks like a little hopscotch type ground. For those who know about hopscotch, you're probably looking like, yup, I see what you mean. For those who don't, you're like, okay. Let me go check Google. Google will show you. Google knows what hopscotch is because Google knows what everything is, right? Alright, so we're going to do it over here as well. Found a little PVC pipe. Have quite a bit of that out here in the back. Just like that, great people, we have 2 rows now that have beans planted in them. Row number 1 and row number 2. In the middle, we have the pathway in between the 2 rows, which I may just go ahead and get some like cement blocks and just path it down and something like that, because obviously I don't want that to be the situation. And obviously that is the other row that's separating the 2. All right, so we have that. And now you may be wondering, Ricky, why did you only do 2 rows? Well, for those that don't know, I love experiment and I love trying different things. And so what I am here trying to see is if it really does make a difference with growing beans, companion planting with your collards and things like that. Because as the question asks, why do you plant beans with leafy greens and things like that? Because beans bring nitrogen to the soil, which nitrogen is a strong part of what is useful for the greens, the leafy greens, the collard greens, the kales, and the things like that to grow, prosper, and do what you want it to do, which is to be nice and green, okay? And so that is what is said scientifically. And so I just want to prove it and show it in the garden. And so that is what is going on with me putting the beans and why we put beans and companion planting with the greens. So now we'll be able to see I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows, okay? So 2 out of the 5 will have beans, and the other ones may have them growing with them, you know, and I may do 2 without, and then 1 with the beans growing with the collard. So it'll just give us a total overview of how it works, what works best, and what it looks like if you do it that particular way. So make sure you tap in, stay tuned, and click that bell notification if you haven't already done so thus far. Click that thumbs up if you enjoyed all the work that I did. I can't say that I did, but I hope that you did. And what else can you do? Click that subscribe button, because we are on the way to 50,000 subscribers. If you've made it this far, truly, you should be subscribed. So with it all, in it all, I love you all. I appreciate you all. Thank you for tuning in. And remember, you never have to garden alone, because you can always garden with me. All right, great people. Love you. Peace.